first of all, I know you love Hawaii.
I do.
And you surf.
I do.
And were you a really good surfer, or did you get better? Were you already good?
All right. So when I got there, I was, in all modesty, the stud because I could surf.
Right.
And Dennis Quaid had never surfed, and Anna Sophia Robb had never surfed, and Lorraine Nicholson, who's in the movie, had never surfed. So we all went out, and I was, you know, they were freaking out. But as time went by, I've learned that they're fearless, that Dennis Quaid went out with very little skill at first into huge waves. And so I would say in the continuum, I started the stud, and by the end, they were out in big waves, and I was on the beach whining about how cold it was. So somehow there was a flip.
Wow.
And
I would always think that it's cold. I mean, it looks fun.
It's Hawaii. I mean, it's really not
Yeah,
cold.
but the water's cold.
I'm a whiner. I'm a stud and a whiner.
Yeah, a whining stud.
I am kind of a combination. There I am,
Look
being
at that.
studly.
That's
me.
impressive.
That's me.
And look at Dennis.
That's me. Yeah. And then that's me right there. That's actually me being a stud. And there you go, studly.
Good.
Still studly.
Kids
still studly, very studly still. And then right after whining.
Right after that whining. I mean, and Dennis, you'd think that he is a surfer. He's got an amazing body, and he's, first of all, it's a beautiful film to look at. And we had her on the show. We had Bethany on the show right after the shark attack.
Yeah.
And what an incredible...
I heard she was barefoot.
Yes, well, you didn't see that. She was. You can be barefoot if you'd like.
Barefoot. I mean, if she can be.
Yeah.
Will you be barefoot?
She can do. Go ahead. I'll take one shoe off. All right.
Thank you.
I'm just going to take one shoe off.
Okay,
I don't want to commit fully. So Bethany, if you don't know the story, it's the girl who was surfing, an amazing surfer on her way to be professional, and
She's
shark.
13 years old, top of her game surfer, who was bitten by a shark and lost her left arm. This was on Halloween, and on Thanksgiving, 1 month later, she was back in the water.
Back in the water.
Yeah. And competing a few months after that.
I mean, just paddling to get out there with one arm.
You imagine? I went out with her, and I thought, how is she not going in a circle?
Exactly.
How is that not happening?
Exactly.
I mean, have you tried it?
And to have the strength to go against the current with one arm, and then much less balance.
She's a goddess. I surfed with her, with my boyfriend, myself, and her, and we surfed, we caught a wave together, so the two of us are thinking we're pretty fantastic. I'm here, and my boyfriend's here, and Bethany's here, and we rode the wave in, and what I found out later is that she had turned and was surfing in backwards because it was such a ridiculously small, boring wave for her.
She turned,
and she was surfing with her back toward the beach.
No, she's
like filing her nails.
And it's a beautiful. It's shot. It was at Kauai. Where did you shoot this?
Oahu.
Now, beautiful movie to look at, and the story. I think it's because you know what it is. You already know that she's going to lose her arm, but it was shot so well that you're like, is this the moment? Is this the moment? There were all these little moments leading up to wondering when it was going to happen.
Yeah, her whole family was there, and in fact, her mother was a big wave surfer in Kauai in the 70s, and had not gotten back in the water since this happened to her daughter, and I brought her back in the water.
Good for you.
The two of us surfed together.
Wow.
It's pretty great.
Wow.
Yeah. We were, it was Sherry, the real mother, me, and some Hawaiian guys, and they kept looking over like, who is this woman, and why is she look unlikely to be in the water and yet catching every wave? And I said, you know, Bethany Hamilton, that's her mom, and they were freaking out.
That's a long time to not do it and then do it. Did she pick it up pretty quickly?
Yeah, it was exciting.
I can't imagine. I mean, it just seems like the hardest thing in the world to surf.
It's humiliating for a long stretch.
Because you're just falling constantly.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Purling, they call it, which is the board goes that way, and it's a really bad feeling. But when you catch a wave, you catch one wave and you realize, oh, this is why people give up their whole life. You know, if you have breakfast and catch a wave, you tell yourself that's a day. That's like something, a way the person could spend a day.
Right.
So it's pretty fun and addictive.
Yeah.